Alright guys, welcome back to Clav Bricks. Today we're going to be doing another MOC video. This time it's based off a Lego set that I haven't sort of themed around anything or decided what sort of genre it falls under. I guess technically this would be a Lego city set if it were to ever be built. But what this is based off is horse racing. So this is my horse racing set. It's more of a horse racing gate than a set, I guess, just because obviously you'd need to include a finish line, some stables, a mounting yard, other stuff like that if you were to continue this. But basically this set, it includes the gates for the horses. There's no minifigures on the horses, but I have designed the minifigures for the horses. Usually there's numbers up the top. Goes all the way up to 14 in some places. I chose 8. Unfortunately, there was no tile for 8. So we've just run with Lego as the 8th number. And also we've got multicolored horses and multicolored sort of saddles. You'd call them saddles. So basically they walk into the gate from the back, and then the gates open and the race starts. We've even managed to include a rail in there. Look, honestly, it's not a massive set. It's a fairly small set, but it uses a lot of pieces. So I've made the base just tiles really, because I didn't think that having open stud base plate sort of sections looked very good with the horse racing style. I included up here some horizontal support beams instead of having them vertical, and I managed to do that through the use of these parts just here. I don't know the name of them. There you go, brackets. They're a bracket, and that's what supports them. And then in the middle, we've just got 3 sort of plates, just because I thought one brick would look weird, I guess. Look, overall, I actually think this is a great build. I love building this one. It's not anything that I've done before. Usually I build themed sort of sets based off movies or based off TV shows, other things like that. This one, I was just thinking about the architecture of sort of these gates, because in real life they are movable, which is why I've included the tire, but it really doesn't match what it is actually like. There's sort of like a toe system in place that lets you move them around, but I just thought it looks more natural, even though it's sort of mounted to the ground with the Lego pieces. I wasn't sure how to build a tractor or anything like that, so I just sort of left that how it was. I even managed to include these sort of Technic pieces up here. They just fit the build, not because I needed to use them, but because they fit the build in my opinion. They fit the style of a horse racing gate, and I also made the gates different colours, not because I needed to, but because I thought it would break up just the sheer amount of white that was going to be used in the set. If you look, a lot of these gates are really, really white heavy, and then they have these sort of darker greens brought in so that you can only really see the colours of the gates and the white structural parts of them, which is why we've sort of gone for this colour scheme. If there was anything I'd do differently, I'd probably make the gates a little bit wider, because I couldn't really include padding and other things in there that I would like to if it was going to be more detailed. It's just really a cube with a horse in it. That's all it is. Something I did with the horses too, because these gates are actually 3 blocks apart. What I did was I used studs with holes in the middle and put them... Oh, sorry, not studs. Tiles with holes in the middle and put them in the stable so that the horse's feet could actually center. So the horses are technically not against the gate, they're sort of in the middle, and that way they can have the saddles on. Otherwise it would be lopsided and look funny, which is a technique that I had no idea how to do. I just thought it was a good idea at the time. Obviously the gates at the back as well are something that I couldn't really figure out without making it look like the front, so I just left it as is. Usually though, they have a gate, close the back, and then the horses sort of jump from there. Obviously, we are not endorsing anything other than just the gate and the race itself, so please do not think this has anything to do with that. It's literally just because I thought it looked cool, and I don't know if anybody has actually done the gate itself before. I think people have done stands, because I'm in Melbourne. I saw a Randwick, which is like a local track stadium, and maybe a Flemington one. So I'll move on to the minifigures now that I came up with. They're just basic jockey ones, but I just thought I'll show them off. So we have Jockey Blue and Jockey Red, I'll call them. They can be multicolored for the whole set. I just thought to give some insight into what I think the minifigures would look like, I just made 2 polar opposites, one being red, one being blue. The red one has white diamonds, and the blue one has black diamonds. Yeah, black diamonds, that's correct. They come with boots as well. I thought I would include the boots in the build, and I also made them Lego City style, which is why their skins are yellow. One thing that's good about these is that the faces are interchangeable, so if you had a female jockey or anything like that, you could obviously swap out the faces. It's very easy to do with Lego City sets, and also the helmets. I think they're really cool. I like the helmet, and I think it has a lot of opportunity to be used in different places, provided that it didn't have the diamond print on the top, obviously. You could use it in equestrian, everything like that. That would fit perfectly for that. Even, I'm sure, some sort of army builds, you could use the helmets in like a green. So it's not like that as a helmet is not universally possible for Lego. But yeah, look, that's it. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.